Here's something your doctor is probably not going to tell you. There's a deficiency affecting over 50% of the population right now, and it's not the one you're thinking about. It's not vitamin D, it's not iron, and it's definitely not vitamin C. And the crazy part, it's a deficiency that makes every other deficiency worse. If your body is low in this one mineral, it literally cannot use the other nutrients you're putting in. I'm going to tell you exactly what it is, why you're probably not getting enough of it, which foods to actually eat versus which ones to avoid, and the one sign hiding in your body right now that tells you whether you're deficient. Stay with me, because the list of foods I'm going to give you at the end is going to completely surprise you. So let's start with what most people do when they hear eat more magnesium. They run to the grocery store and grab whole grain bread, fortified cereal, or maybe a big bowl of oatmeal. And I understand why those are the foods plastered on every government nutrition chart for magnesium. But here's what they're not telling you. Whole grains contain something called phytic acid. Phytic acid is what's known as an anti-nutrient, a compound that actually binds to minerals in your digestive tract and prevents your body from absorbing them. So yes, that bread technically contains magnesium on paper, but a significant portion of it is getting blocked before it ever reaches your bloodstream. Now let's talk about fortified cereals. Most people don't realize that the magnesium added to processed cereal is in a synthetic, poorly absorbed form, and it's competing with calcium and iron that are also crammed into that same product. When multiple minerals flood your gut at the same time, absorption for all of them drops. And then there's the sugar. A standard bowl of fortified breakfast cereal can have 10 to 15 grams of sugar, which spikes insulin, and elevated insulin actually accelerates the rate at which your kidneys excrete magnesium. So you eat food for magnesium, and your body flushes more magnesium out. That's the irony nobody talks about. So the standard list: whole grains, cereals, legumes, certain processed snacks. I'm putting all of those on the be careful list, not necessarily because they're evil, but because their magnesium is often not bioavailable, or the food itself is working against your absorption in other ways. Before I get to the good stuff, the foods you actually want, I need you to understand why magnesium is different from other nutrients, because once you understand this, everything else clicks. Magnesium is involved in over 300 biochemical reactions in your body. 300, that is not a typo. We're talking about reactions that control your heart rhythm, your blood pressure, your blood sugar regulation, your sleep quality, your muscle function, and the production of energy inside every single cell you have. It's like the manager of the entire operation. And here's the key thing: magnesium is the cofactor that activates vitamin D. So if you're one of the millions of people taking a vitamin D supplement right now and wondering why your levels aren't moving, there's a very good chance magnesium is the missing piece. Without enough magnesium, that vitamin D supplement just sits there, inactive. Same story with potassium. Magnesium is required for your cells to actually hold on to potassium. So if you're eating all the right foods for potassium and still cramping up, still feeling fatigued, still dealing with irregular heartbeats again, check your magnesium first. I'm going to start with one that most people completely overlook. 1 ounce of pumpkin seeds, that's just a small handful. About 28 grams, gives you around 150 milligrams of magnesium. That's nearly 40% of your daily requirement, from a snack you can eat in under a minute. And unlike grains, pumpkin seeds don't contain significant amounts of phytic acid in their outer shell once they're hulled. They're also loaded with zinc, healthy fats and manganese. The way I like to eat them is just roasted with a little sea salt, tossed into a salad, or eaten with some cheese. Zero blood sugar spike, zero bloating, just clean, bioavailable magnesium. Spinach, Swiss chard, and beet greens are extraordinarily high in magnesium. Cooked spinach gives you around 150 milligrams per cup. Swiss chard is in the same range. Now, I want to be very specific here, because how you cook them matters enormously. Do not boil them in a large pot of water and drain it. Magnesium is water soluble. That water you're pouring down the drain is filled with the mineral you were trying to eat. Instead, sauté them in olive oil or butter for 2 to 3 minutes, or lightly steam them. That way the mineral stays in the food and gets into you. And just like with potassium, cooking spinach actually increases its magnesium availability compared to eating it raw, because cooking breaks down the cell walls and makes the mineral more accessible. Wild salmon is phenomenal. A half fillet of wild salmon can give you 80 to 100 milligrams of magnesium, 0 carbohydrates, and a massive dose of omega-3 fatty acids, which, by the way, have been shown to reduce the inflammatory pathways that increase your magnesium demand. Less inflammation means your body burns through magnesium more slowly, and the protein in salmon slows digestion and absorption, which means minerals get absorbed more steadily. Mackerel and sardines are in the same category. Sardines are actually one of the most nutrient-dense foods on the planet, and almost no one talks about them. Eat them right out of the can with some olive oil and lemon. Quick, cheap, and loaded with magnesium, calcium, vitamin D, and omega-3s all in one shot. I know you've heard about avocados for healthy fats, but most people don't realize that one whole avocado provides around 58 milligrams of magnesium on top of everything else it delivers. And here's what makes this particularly interesting. Avocado also contains potassium, and the healthy monounsaturated fats in avocado actually help slow the digestion of everything you eat it, with meaning the magnesium from your other foods gets absorbed more completely as well. Avocado is basically a delivery system that upgrades the bioavailability of your entire meal. I eat avocado with eggs, with meat, on salads. It's one of the most versatile, most nutrient-dense whole foods you can put in your body. Hear me out. Real dark chocolate, we're talking 85% cacao or higher, contains around 65 milligrams of magnesium per ounce. Now the key word here is 85% or higher. Anything below that is starting to fill up with sugar, milk solids and fillers that will work against you. But a 1 ounce square of real dark chocolate after dinner gives you a meaningful magnesium hit with minimal sugar, and the flavonols in cacao have been studied for their effect on blood pressure and insulin sensitivity. 1 square, not half a bar. 1 square, 85% or higher, and you've got a dessert that's actually working for your health. This one surprises people. High-quality bone broth made from slow-simmered bones with connective tissue contains magnesium, along with calcium, phosphorus, and collagen. Unlike mineral supplements that hit your system all at once, the minerals in bone broth are in a natural food matrix that your body has been processing for tens of thousands of years. It's gentle on digestion, it's hydrating, and if you add a pinch of sea salt and maybe some apple cider vinegar to your broth, which helps extract minerals from the bones during cooking, you're maximizing what you get out of every cup. Now here's something I really want you to pay attention to. Even if you eat every single one of these foods, there are lifestyle factors that drain your magnesium faster than food can replace it. And if you don't address these, you're fighting a losing battle. Number 1, stress. Cortisol, your primary stress hormone, causes your kidneys to excrete magnesium directly. This is why people who are chronically stressed are almost always low in magnesium, and why low magnesium makes anxiety and poor sleep dramatically worse. It becomes a cycle. Stress depletes magnesium, low magnesium worsens your stress response, more cortisol, more depletion. Number 2, alcohol. Even moderate alcohol consumption significantly increases urinary magnesium excretion. If you drink regularly and you're dealing with muscle cramps, poor sleep or anxiety, this is a major piece of the puzzle worth looking at, honestly. Number 3, medications. Certain blood pressure medications, acid reflux medications especially, proton pump inhibitors, and some diuretics are known to deplete magnesium. If you're on any of these long term, talk to your doctor about monitoring your magnesium levels, because the depletion is real and it's documented. And here's a quick practical tip. If you're going to add a magnesium supplement, the form matters enormously. Magnesium oxide, the cheapest, most common form, is poorly absorbed and mostly works as a laxative. The forms with the best absorption are magnesium glycinate, magnesium malate, and magnesium threonate. Threonate in particular has research behind it for crossing the blood-brain barrier, which makes it especially useful for sleep and cognitive function. Remember at the beginning when I told you there's one sign hiding in your body right now? Here it is, muscle twitching, specifically that involuntary twitch or spasm you get under your eye, in your calf, in your thumb, that seemingly random annoying little flicker. That's your nervous system telling you it doesn't have enough magnesium to regulate your electrical signals properly. It's not dangerous on its own, but it is diagnostic, and for a lot of people, when they finally address their magnesium, that symptom disappears within days, along with the poor sleep, along with the low energy in the afternoon, along with the headaches they'd accepted as just part of their normal life. So let me summarize exactly what I want you to walk away with. Avoid relying on whole grains and fortified cereals as your magnesium source. The anti-nutrients and sugar in those foods are working against you. Instead, focus on pumpkin seeds, cooked leafy greens prepared without boiling, wild-caught fatty fish, avocado, high-percentage dark chocolate, and bone broth. Address the lifestyle drains, stress, alcohol, and any medications that are depleting you. And if you supplement, choose magnesium glycinate, malate, or threonate over the cheap oxide form. Magnesium is the quiet mineral. It doesn't get the marketing budget that vitamin D gets. It's not as trendy as collagen or creatine right now, but without it, your entire biochemical system underperforms. Get this one right, and you'll feel the difference faster than almost any other nutritional change you can make.